dreams fall apart and time breaks your heart. I wasn't there, but I.
Hello everyone, welcome or welcome back to my channel Favors Flavor. My name is Favor. I'm so excited to see you guys today. I hope you guys like this video and I hope you subscribe if you haven't already. Today's video is going to be a cozy reading vlog. There's going to be everything from book hauls. Today we're going to the Barnes & Noble and I'm going to tell you guys my Starbucks drink order that I really like right now. We're going to go into an art gallery tomorrow and the Chinese Lantern Festival on Sunday. So this vlog is packed and I hope you guys grab a drink and enjoy. Okay, so before we get into all that though, I'm going to do a quick recap on yesterday. Honestly, I wish I could be one of those YouTubers that can like film aesthetic content for self-care, because I tried and I failed to do like an aesthetic self-care day. I barely got any footage. So I got a manicure. This is the SNS dip powder. It's my first time trying it and so far I like it, and this color is definitely giving holidays, and I like that I was able to do it on my natural nails. I got a pedicure too with a similar sort of color. Got my eyebrows shredded, and this is supposed to be a silk press, believe it or not, and this is how it looks like less than 24 hours later. I mostly got it though to get my ends trimmed, and I'm glad I did that because I hadn't gotten my ends trimmed since last November, so like literally over a year, and I was due for it. So that's basically a short recap on my day yesterday. So most importantly, we're going to be reading two books in this vlog, and both books are advanced reading copies that I got from NetGalley. So excited for both books. I already sort of like started the first one. I'm about 6% in. But first, let's get into my book haul. If you guys are not under a rock, you probably heard of like the Book Outlet $5.99 sale that happened during Black Friday and basically like most of November. So this is my first order of two, and this one I got 6 books. Honestly, I wasn't even planning on buying any books for real. And there's one book in this haul that made me like go start an order. So the first book I got from Book Outlet was Viola Davis, Finding Me. So this is her memoir. I've heard so much good stuff about this book. I believe she's basically like a really good storyteller, and I'm so excited because the audiobook is available on Libby for me to get, so that just even makes it so much better. I believe that the audiobook for this book got an award. That's how good it was, and she narrates it, which I love. But I believe she's like the true definition of rags to riches, and honestly, if there's anything I can learn from her story, I would like to learn it. So this is the first book I got from the Book Outlet haul. So the next book I got was The Death of Vivek Oji by Akweke Maisie. Honestly, the fact that this is the third book I have of theirs, and I've not read any of them. Needs to be started. I'm so excited to read it because I've heard so much good stuff about her. Honestly, on the back of this, it says a best book of the year, and I just know they're a really good author. I'm sorry if I like make that mistake. I know they go by they, them. Okay, so need to get that in my head. But I do plan on making a reading vlog in like the new year where I read like 2 or 3 of their books, and I'm just so excited. I know this is one of her more popular books. This is one of their more popular books. This and You Made It Full of Debt with Your Beauty, which I also have and I got from Book Outlet. So excited to read this one when I get a chance. So the next book I got was A Man Called Ove by Frederick Brackman. I don't know if the book is called A Man Called Ove or A Man Called Otto. It has both on the book cover. This book was mostly because I didn't want to pay for shipping, and I'm kind of interested in Frederick Brackman mostly because like seeing him on other people's channel. But I've heard that he's like a good author anyway. Like he's a really good person aside from being an author. I was like, okay, out of all the books they had on Book Outlet, this was the one book of his that was available. So I'm like, why not? So the next book I have is There Was a Country by Chinua Achebe. So honestly, if you're Nigerian, if you're African, you probably know of this man. There's no like African literature, there's no Nigerian literature without this man. He's basically like a founding father of African literature. But this book is a memoir. It recounts the time during the Biafran War. And let's see, I'll just read the last part. It says, a marriage of history and memoir, vivid first-hand observation and decades of further reflection. There Was a Country is a work whose wisdom and compassion reminds us of Chinua Achebe's place as one of the great literary and moral voices of our age. I'm excited to read this book because it's a shame that I haven't personally read any of his books, for one. And then 2, this book recounts, I believe, the Biafran War, which actually affected my state of origin in Nigeria. It's a shame that I don't know much about that war. I mean, when someone says Biafra, I know Biafra, but like I don't even know what years it went on from or till that, and that's sad. So I'm happy to have this book as both like a piece of historical fiction, really. So I'm happy I have this, and I think I have more books coming from him. So the one book that actually made me place this order is one I actually read in the month of November. I'll be discussing this in my November reading wrap up, and that book is Hail Mary by Fumi Feto. This is actually a short story collection. I don't even know how I stumbled upon it. I think the first person I saw talk about this book was like on TikTok. I believe her name is Nemere Reads, but at that time I was like, okay, I didn't hear much people talking about it. I'm not even sure how many ratings it has on Goodreads. I used my Spotify listening hours to listen to this. I believe the whole book was like between 4 and 6 hours. So I literally finished it in one day. It was so good. Like, this was one of my surprises for the month of November. I believe I rated like a 4.5 stars, and the other book is wonderful, because one of my pet peeves when it comes to like audiobooks, when it comes to Nigerian books, is when they pick narrators that don't know how to pronounce nothing, right? And it was so nice because this book, the author actually narrates the book herself, and you can tell she is someone that knows how to speak the Nigerian language that is mostly referenced in this book. And it was just a good experience. I've never actually listened to her whole book from start to finish, but that was this book, and I loved it so much. I was like, I need to find me a copy. And when I saw that they had it on Book Outlet, I was like, bet, I'm getting it. I have to get it, okay? This is a book that I feel like I would read again in the future. It's definitely one of my top 10 books of this year. So the last book I got in this haul was Zeal by Morgan Jenkins. And the person I believe I saw talking about this book, or that made me want to get this book, was The Favorite Reader. I love her channel. She's so good. She does like mainly book reviews, and I believe it was a video where she was talking about one of this author's other books called Call Baby, and she just was talking so much good stuff about Morgan Jenkins. And I believe this book came out this year too, so I was like, why would I not get a new release for $5.99, right? And it's supposed to be a good book. I'm a little like apprehensive though, because it's a thick book. I'm not even sure how many pages it is. Basically like 400 pages, but I do know that from everything I've heard, she's a really good writer, so willing to try it. So that's it. That's all I got in this book haul, and I'm so excited, and I feel like I got a really good collection of books here that feel like me, or at least I can recollect exactly my feelings about it and why I got it, because I definitely don't want to be the kind of person that's just buying books just for the sake of buying books. So now that we're done with the book haul, I'm going to get into the 2 books that I want to read in this vlog. These 2 books, like I said, or maybe I didn't, are both arcs from NetGalley, and the first one I'll be reading in this vlog is Somewhere Soft to Land. It's about friendships. I'm going to read the last blurb. It says, a riveting, vibrant, and deeply moving exploration of sisterhood, complicated family dynamics, and mental health. Somewhere Soft to Land reckons with the complicated and sometimes fraught friendship between women as they evolve and makings of a second chance at life. So from what I've read so far with this book, I'm about 6% in, and it feels like the main character, Mercy or Ziva, has some like mental health issues, but she's also of like, I think, Ghanaian descent. So I can already see some of the family dynamics situation and her friendship with, I think, Tatiana is the other friend. So far, I'm like, okay, I'm giving it a chance, but I kind of wish I didn't like read any comments about it, because I've gone and I read some reviews, and it looks like most people have some things to say, but I definitely don't want their reviews to cloud my judgment of this book while I read it. And the other book I'll be reading is Kin by Tayari Jones. And honestly, if you watched my December TBR, this vlog was supposed to be me reading Somewhere Soft to Land and Dominion by Addie E. Kitchens, which I will be reading soon after I finish these 2 books. I talked about Kin by Tayari Jones, about how I hope I can get the arc. So literally that same day, I went on NetGalley. I was like, let me request it, and I got it. So I was like, that is just perfect timing, because if you guys don't know of Tayari Jones, because I didn't really kind of know about her either until like this book really, but I know her other book that she released, American Marriage, is one that was on Barack Obama's like books of the summer. So I was like, okay, you got to be a good writer to end up on that list. I'm definitely wanting to try it out. So, and I'm hoping that I like Kin so much that I want to go read her backlog. So that's basically the plan for my reading in this vlog. The plan for today though, we're gonna be going to Barnes & Noble. It looks really gloomy and nasty outside. It's not even raining right now, but it is wet outside, so we'll see. I'm still gonna try to have a good time. I'm gonna go to Barnes & Noble. I have a new Starbucks order that I've been really liking. It's only my third time getting this drink. I'm not someone that drinks coffee, and this is actually matcha, but it's the way I get it that makes it really good. I'll show you guys when I get there. And I'm not someone that usually like reads outside my house or work, but I plan to like take my Kindle with me and read in the bookstore and just enjoy the smell of books and coffee and all that. So I'll take you guys along with me, and I hope you guys enjoy this vlog, and I truly feel like I'm gonna enjoy this weekend. So let's get right into it. So it looks like no Barnes & Noble close to me has the book I'm looking for, the full picture. That book literally got released December 1st. It's currently December 5th. I don't know why they don't have the book, but this is a book that caught my eye because of how big it is. I think I've seen it before. It might have been one of my, might have been my book fairy book, but look at how thick it is. I think it's a memoir about James Baldwin, but we'll see. It looks interesting. Never heard of this book before. You please get iced matcha latte with gingerbread cold foam and 5 palms of brown sugar syrup.
What size did you want for that? This is the biggest one we got.
How much is that?
The
yeah,
15.
I'll do that.
Okay. Let's try it out. Yep.
Hi guys, so I just got done at Barnes & Noble and I had a decent time in there. I bought my matcha latte just in case you guys didn't hear me in there. I got a green tea matcha latte in the venti size. I got it with oat milk, 5 palms of brown sugar syrup, and a gingerbread cold foam. Pretty good. I'm sure you guys will like it, and if you do try it out, make sure to comment down below. I want to hear your thoughts on it. So about the book, I'm like almost 10% in, and I would say my thoughts so far are not exactly great. I don't have any issues with her writing. It's mostly the main character so far, and we're still getting introduced to the friendship in question. Not a lot of thoughts right now, and I don't want to judge too early, so I'll most likely come back once I'm like maybe like 20 to 30% in and tell you guys my full initial thoughts. So about Barnes & Noble, they didn't have the book I was looking for, the full picture. This one didn't have it, and no other Barnes & Noble close to me has it, and that pissed me off a little because the book got released 4 days ago. Don't know why they don't have it in store, but that's fine. I will keep my $10 gift reward until I find a book that I want to get. There wasn't a lot of deals in there either. They didn't have any of they're like buy one get one 50% tables that I'm sure maybe because Black Friday is over and stuff. The only kind of deals they had were like the take $3 off of hardcovers that are $30, so $3 off is not doing nothing. That's basically the gist of the last hour or so. I'm gonna be going back home now. I think I'm gonna go home to either film or edit a video just so I can keep up with my uploading schedule. Hi guys, so today's Saturday, it's the next day. I'm currently 15% into the book, and so far I'm enjoying it. I definitely enjoy the author's writing. She's definitely making me feel invested in the story, and already I'm asking myself questions on what I would do if I was in either friend's position. I'm definitely having a good time. I would recommend this book. The plan for today though is we're going to be going to LOS Art Gallery in downtown Durham. I believe this is the only Black-owned art gallery in North Carolina, so that's going to be really fun to visit. I've had it on my list for a while now, so I'm happy that I'm getting the chance to see it today because the new exhibition started yesterday. So I hope the crowd is not too much, and I hope the parking situation is normal because I don't like private parking or dealing with like downtown parking situations. But after that, we're gonna be checking out the Durham Central Park. I've never been there either, and I'm like, since I'm already downtown, why not? So guys, I just got done at LOS Gallery right behind me. I had a good time. It's really small though, but I loved all the pieces. I highly recommend it if you guys are in the Triangle area or if you come visit. It's definitely something to add to your itinerary. Right now we're just gonna take an 8-minute walk to Durham Central Park and just see if the farmers market is still going on and what we can, you know, get into. Oh, that's the tree. I didn't realize the tree lighting was today. Literally, I might miss it because I have something to do at 6 p.m. And it's probably going to be too late by the time you guys see this video. Hi guys, so it's Sunday and I'm so sorry. I've been a really bad vlogger, but a lot of stuff happened yesterday. So after I went to Cava, I think that was the last time I saw you guys, I got some food and I went grocery shopping to get all of my meal prep stuff. After that, my neighbor had a potluck and she invited us. I didn't even think I was gonna stay that long, but I was there for almost 4 hours. By the time I got back home, I was like, there's no way I'm getting on camera. Plus, I didn't read as much as I wanted to, so that's why you're just seeing me now, and I'm sorry for how I look, but it's what it is, okay? Updates about the book. So I'm currently 24% into the book, and I would just say that the book is definitely a little slow. It's not a bad book because obviously the main character is Eva, and the author hasn't really told us what kind of mental illness she has, but obviously I can tell it's like some anxiety and some depression, which doesn't exactly make her the most interesting character to read about. But obviously I know not every character is going to be fun and bubbly. It's definitely not as interesting as I would like. So yesterday, actually, when I saw how the book was going, I was like, Favor, you might not be able to finish this book in this video. Let us try to like start the second book, which is Kin by Tayari Jones. And honestly, just 3% into that book, I'm just like, yeah, I know I'm gonna like this book. You guys might not hear my full thoughts about both books in this video, and I'm sorry about that, but obviously if you come back to my December reading wrap up, I will definitely give you guys more details. Hi guys, so today is Monday. I have some reading updates as well as my thoughts on the Chinese Lantern Festival that I went to last night. I really had a good time at the festival. I would recommend it. It's very budget friendly as well as family friendly. So if you're someone that has it on your radar, you're looking for something to do this holiday season, put that on your list. About the books that I'm currently reading, I'm reading Somewhere South to Land. I'm currently 40% into the book, and let me just say, if you're gonna read this book, please read the summary really well and make sure it's the kind of book you're gonna want to read, because I literally had to go back and read the summary and be like, what's going on, right? Everybody just seems a little off. Like Ziva, we already know Ziva's off, but it's like Tatiana, the friend, also has something she's going through, and obviously now with the loss of the child. But the part that's pissing me off is her baby daddy situation. Like, what's up with the baby daddy and the whole mystery behind him and his racist family? I'm just like, is there one normal person in this story right now? Because it doesn't seem to be. I don't know. Those are my thoughts in the book right now. I don't hate it, but I don't love it either. I'm definitely going to finish it, and I hope something else happens and makes me feel like I can fully rate this book at 4 stars. Because of the pacing of the book, I was like, I need something else to like not put myself in a reading slump. So I picked up Dominion by Addie Kitchens. I've mostly been listening to this with my Spotify listening hours, and let me just say, I don't really like this book either. Like, I don't hate it. It's like middle of the road. It's doing what the author said they were gonna do, but it's just not a lot of lovable characters either. And I know the depictions of these characters in this book are like very true to the Southern church. It doesn't seem interesting to read about. Those are my thoughts for right now, and I hope something gets better. Hi guys, so today's Tuesday and it's the last day of this vlog. I have some thoughts about all 3 books that I've mentioned in this vlog so far. Unfortunately, I wasn't able to finish any of them, but I do have some thoughts, and I also want to give you guys my predicted ratings. It'll be cool to see how my predictions compare with the actual ratings that I give the book in my December reading wrap up. So the first book I want to talk about is Dominion by Addie Kitchens. Right now, this book, I'm 61% into it, and I've mostly been listening to it. I don't think I'll be rating this book over 3 stars. Right now, it's leaning more towards 2.75 3.5 and maybe even a 2.5. I do not like the characters. I do not like the story right now. I can't really pinpoint what I'm enjoying about the book right now. It's not about the author's writing or nothing like that. So I'm a little disappointed because I thought I would like this book a lot more. So the second book I read in this vlog was Kin by Tayari Jones. I read the least of this one, only 3%. And honestly, this is the one that I feel like I'm going to rate a list of 4 stars. I can't wait to like get into more of the book, but just from the little that I read, the author's writing was able to like captivate me, and I feel like I'm going to enjoy the story. The third book, the one I read the most of in this vlog, was Somewhere South to Land by Kai Alonte. I believe I might rate this book like a 3.5 or 3.75. I'm actually hoping that somewhere in the next like 42% I have left in this book, I can increase the rating to a 4 stars, because it's not a bad book. But first thing I have to say is that Ziva's mom needs a good ass whooping and she needs to be placed in jail. I feel so bad for Ziva because she has one of the worst cases of parental trauma that I've seen so far. A mystery father, evil mom, absent siblings. Tatiana is not even all that good of a friend really, and I don't think she's doing it intentionally. There's a lot of mystery in this book. There's a mystery behind a lot of Ziva's family members. There's mystery behind Tatiana's baby daddy and his racist family. I'm just like, what's going on? Is this like intentional? But so far the book is not bad. I can't wait to finish it, and I will definitely give you guys my full thoughts in my December reading wrap up. I hope you guys have been enjoying the video so far. I hope you like, comment, and subscribe, and most importantly, I hope you come back and watch my future videos as well as my old videos too.